Shalloners, welcome back. One thing I've never been called, and I've been called a lot of things, but I've never been called shy. Maybe it's the fact that I'm just a big ham. I was going to blame that on being an only child, but I think actually only children are probably pretty chill. Not me. I'm a nightmare. And so I have a really hard time relating to people who are shy because, yeah, who doesn't want attention? Weird. But I know that a lot of guys are shy, especially when they're younger, when they're teenagers, college, like right after college, sort of navigating their way through the world. And when you encounter a guy that you like and he seems maybe a little on the shy side, it can be hard to know how to approach them and how to read their signals. Because, like, is he actually shy, or is he just not into you? Or is he immature? And okay, we'll get to my theories on this in a minute, but that's what we're going to talk about today. But before I get started, I just want to remind you guys that if you have some questions of your own that you don't want to ask here in the comment section, because maybe you're a little bit shy about what you want to talk about, find me on the Instant Go app. My username is ShallonXO, and click chat to be connected to me, and we'll chit chat. It's great. All right, shy guys. I tend to date like alpha males. Like I like manly men, like who really know how to like get after what they want. So I typically haven't dealt with shy guys much in my romantic career. I look right past them because my theory is I'm worth being pursued. And if you, for whatever reason, can't do that, you're shy, you're immature, you're not over your ex, you're a fuckboy, I'm not going to engage and spend my time trying to get to the why. Well, why? Why? Let me fix him. No, get the fuck out of my way and make room for an alpha male to come and pursue a girl who's worth it. So I don't have a lot of time and patience and elasticity for dudes who are shy. But I understand not everyone is like me. Not everyone wants to date a douchebag, right? Because I love a good like Wall Street douche, I love him. So the first thing you need to ask yourself if you're dealing with a guy who's shy, has he had a girlfriend before? This is crucial, crucial data. Don't overlook it. Because if he has, you can no longer make any excuses for why he isn't coming after you, Because clearly he's been able to do it before. And yes, it's possible that he dated a girl who completely chased him. That's worse, because that is a beta male. That's a guy who either doesn't want to develop the skills to pursue a woman, which is in his nature as a male, or he feels like, he's too good. Either he can't develop the skills or he doesn't want to. And again, I don't want to fuck with someone who's on either side of that fence. And you shouldn't either. We need to know our worth. I am worth being pursued. Pursuing me isn't financially difficult. It shouldn't take 90% of your time. It shouldn't come at the expense of what he needs for himself. A real man knows how to do it and add a woman as a compliment to his life and be a compliment to hers. Two halves of a whole, okay? So if he's had a girlfriend before, let's not keep making some excuses. Some other things. Is he super into his friends? I hear a lot of you guys say, it was I see him at school, or I see him around the office or whatever at the bars, and he's really engaged with his friends. He's always with his friends, so I can never get him alone. That is such a huge red flag of being immature, because men go through stages and where they separate from certain things. They go through a stage when they're during puberty and they separate from their parents, and then they move into a social sphere and they spend more time with their friends. Then that also shifts and they pull away from their friends a little bit and get a girlfriend, So if he's not doing that either yet, if he's, young, I don't know, maybe he's still 15 or something and he hasn't reached that stage where he's okay, I care less about impressing my bros and more about impressing my woman. Or he's just immature, just kind of a failure to launch. He's sort of stuck in that phase where he might be 28, 38, whatever, where he's still very much about the dudes, Saturdays for the boys. Cool. I hope the boys suck your dick because it's not going to be me. I don't know. But this is part of immaturity. It's if he can't separate and shift to the romantic side of his life, he's not ready to date. And I'm telling you this because we have to stop making excuses for people, and we have to stop focusing on the why. Why isn't he doing? Why is he immature? Why is he shy? Who cares? Why can't a dog talk? I don't know. I find it very unfair and very frustrating that a dog can't speak back to me. but I don't live my life banging my head up against that wall trying to get to the root of it. I accept that that's the fact and I tailor my behavior accordingly. You know, that's what you have to do with a dude who's shy. Number 3, this is important. Oh God, I hear this. Oh, I hear this so much from you guys. They will text you, they'll Snapchat you, they'll DM you, but they won't talk to you in real life. I need you guys to understand how deeply not okay that is. How deeply insulting that is. It is insulting. So, bullet point number 3 is he only shy when it's convenient? Is he really not shy at all about asking for nudes? Huh. Is he not shy about asking you to come over and chill out at midnight on a Friday? That boy ain't shy. He's not too shy to talk to you in real life. He doesn't want to because he's a fuck boy. That's why. If you don't believe me, okay, here's a little test. Next time you're making plans with your best friend to go out, say you guys get coffee every Thursday or whatever, instead of asking her to go get coffee, ask for a pic of her vagina. Oh, you don't want to do that because it's weird and it's intrusive and offensive and gross and weird also again? Yeah, it's also weird for a guy to ask nudes, like, from you. That should also be his view of asking for nudes. It should be harder for him to ask for nudes than for a date because it's disrespectful. Even if they both have the same risk level, like the same vulnerability quotient, let's say, which they don't, he should gravitate towards asking you for a date versus nudes because it's inappropriate to ask for nudes. It is socially unacceptable, and he should want to back away from that. He shouldn't be drawn to something which is on the fringes of proper behavior. Do you know what I mean? He should be like, all right, if I'm going to roll the dice, it's going to be to get a quality interaction with this girl. But of course, you have to be a quality guy to think that way, right? Moving on. Last but not least, there's no escalation. I've talked about this in my other videos, how to know if a guy likes you, and it's 2 things. Number 1, there's a pattern of behavior, a pattern of positive behavior, which we have to differentiate. Not a pattern of, Saturday night booty calls, but a pattern of like, he texts me good morning, he texts me good night, we have a FaceTime every 2 days, or we go out, blah, 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 like that kind of pattern. And then most importantly, there's an escalation. If a guy is shy, you will see escalation because shyness, by definition, thaws out. You become less and less shy as you become more and more comfortable around a person or a situation. So if that isn't happening, he isn't shy, he's a douche or he's immature. And I don't differentiate between a douchebag and someone who's immature because they have the same social consequences on my life and my heart. I don't differentiate between a bad driver and a drunk driver because they can kill me just as easily. I don't give a shit what's going on behind the wheel. All I know is that the outcome is the same. So I need them to get out of my lane, literally and figuratively. So I don't want you guys, again, to get caught up in the why. Well, why? Why is he shy? It doesn't matter. The consequences on your life and your heart are the same. So you need to look at people who are doing these things and think one thing, not a mate, not a mate. He's not pursuing me. He's not escalating. He's not giving me what I need in terms of reciprocity. This isn't a mate. Because here's the thing with shy guys. Say he is just shy, he's inexperienced, because that is true. It is. Guys get nervous and whatever. But like I've said, the difference between a dude you want to date and a dude you don't is the dude you want to date is going to overcome that. He's going to suck it up and he's going to be like, all right, you know what? I'm nervous as fuck around her, but I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to ask her out. I'm going to do it. That is human existence, obstacles and overcoming them. Think about the times you have done that. We as girls forget to look at things in reverse. It's like, oh no, he's probably nervous. He's this, he's been hurt. Bitch, so are you. Are you kidding me? You've been hurt more than a guy has. I guarantee it. Every woman has. We're sensitive and we put ourselves out there more and we have more social connections and more chances to get hurt. So I am done being a man trauma apologist. We all got a sad song to sing. Cowboy up. I know I sound a little bit sassy and harsh, but okay, like I was saying, shyness is a thing. So yes, you want to cut someone a little bit of slack, but to say that he's too shy to talk to you for months on end? No. And like I said, it doesn't matter if that's the reason. Like, I can release you with love, shy guy that I have a crush on. Like, you can be shy. You can be shy and perfectly normal and a perfectly nice dude, but I don't want to date you if you're shy. That is simply not something I find like, it doesn't just work with my personality. It doesn't work with like how my life is. And I want you to think about that too. What is the trajectory of your life? Like, what are your biorhythms? I go out a lot. I have a lot of really outgoing friends. I live in New York City. It's a fast paced life. A shy person, an introvert, doesn't fit into that scenario. You know, my friends will eat you alive. And like, I dated someone who was pretty introverted for a while, and it became a construct of me versus him. Or I'm sorry, my friends versus him. Like, not like anyone was laying it out like that, but I knew that if I brought him out, I'd have to babysit him. You know, he was perfectly nice, brilliant, sweet, but it's like he was just so laid back that I was like shucking and jiving and doing the most and trying to keep the conversation going. And I'm like, this is tiring for me. I don't enjoy this. So I'd leave him home. And I didn't feel like dialing down my interaction with my friends. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going out and you can stay here. And that was not good for our relationship. Like, you don't ever want to make it a him and them kind of scenario. In order to create a sustainable relationship, you have to fall in love with the person's circumstances. I said this before. You can't just fall in love with the person. You have to fall for their circumstances too. And part of their like personality biorhythms is circumstance. Like, if they're just naturally a chill, reserved, introverted person, that might not work for you. So really look at like, okay, say I did draw this person out. Because the guy I did. Like, when we were together, he wasn't shy. He wasn't shy about pursuing me. But in that social category, he was. And had I done some more self-reflection, I would have been like, long term, this isn't really sustainable. Like, I want a guy who's fully integrated into my group of friends. Like, he has his own conversations with Diane. He hangs out with Becca's boyfriend. Like, you know, a community. That's important to me. And it's not right or wrong, but that is something I need. So think about truly what you need, okay? So much of the time when we like someone, we're like a dog chasing a car. What would we do if we caught it? I don't know. I'd be like, I like him, I love him, I need him. And almost never did I stop to like really imagine what life would be like if he was in it. And if I did, it wasn't the best. I wasn't like super psyched on this scenario. It was kind of like, you don't really fit here. Or it would come at the expense of things I liked and my personality so much that kind of wasn't worth it. So yeah, think about where this guy falls in terms of the shy douche spectrum, you know? Because a lot of these behaviors look real similar, and they look real similar when we like someone and we're willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. But we owe it to ourselves not to always do that, you know? Girls are supposed to be shy, guys aren't. I'm sorry, but these are facts. Like, we're supposed to be like coquettish and a little bit more reserved. Again, because we are sensitive. We carry so many other burdens, emotionally, mentally, physically, societally. A guy can cowboy up and ask us out, not for pictures of our vag, even if your vag is a showpiece. I mean, you know, some things need to be seen. Sometimes they're a work of art, but that doesn't mean that you should just get access to them willy-nilly. All right, guys, for more, click like and subscribe and comment your own topic ideas, your own questions here in the comment section, and follow me on Insta and Twitter at ShallonXO. And like I said, if you have a love question of your own, you can find me on the Instant Go app at ShallonXO.